Tokes is in the building.
It's yours truly, Slang Q.
World famous, yes.
I agree with everything the man was saying.
Nonsense.
Are you dumb?
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Once again, we are here for the Man Dem Show. It's yours truly, Slang Q, along with my co-host. Say something to the people.
What up, people? It's your boy Sir Tokes in the T-Dot 416. What's everybody doing today? How you all doing? Slang, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm tired.
So am I. I had to travel.
You came across the sticks to the 6.
From 204 to the 416. I'm here, though, ready to do this podcast.
Now let's get into it. The Man Dem Show. Today we got some very interesting topics. We also got 2 special guests in the building. Introduce yourself, fellas.
Yo, what's up? It's Finn, 416, DJ Finn, all them things there.
Sibs Rock, you don't know. Yeah, I mean, world travel, extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire. I like that.
They're gonna give their 2 cents, and we're gonna give our 2 cents and try to make 4 out of it today. We got 3 really good topics. I believe we got 3 really good topics. The first one we're gonna drop. We gotta give and pay homage and talk about the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, who recently passed away this year. My question is, do you believe that the outpouring of positive outpouring that he got after his death was hypocritical or deserved?
I'm going to chime in on that real quick. So we got 10 minutes to discuss this. And right off the bat, I'm going to tell this guy was a great man in the world, not just for his sport. So when you come to talk about homage and hypocritical, no, it wasn't hypocritical. He did so much for human beings rather than just for his religion, just for his sport. He is well known worldwide across any place you know. You walk into this place, he walks into this place and everybody's running to him. He was bigger than the president of most countries, bigger than prime ministers. You know what I'm saying? So he deserved every right to get the homage and the honor, the honorations of whatever he got in this passing. I mean, I think it wasn't even enough based on what he has done for his country and his people. Not just black people, not just Muslims, not just for the US. He did it all. And I've watched this man for years. He's one of my idols. He deserves that and more. So that's my stand. That's my stand.
I could agree with that. I could agree with it to an extent. Did he deserve the homage? Definitely. But was it hypocritical? Definitely.
Why do you think it's hypocritical?
For a country that is hypocritical on the racial issue in the first place, they just showed it again on this one. Muhammad Ali is in the past, at the time of his heyday, the things that he is considered to be the greatest for, he was the most controversial sports, if not celebrity figure of his time. Why was he controversial? Because he was black, he was strong, he was outspoken, he was a winner. He told them exactly how he felt and how things should be. And he was Muslim.
Definitely.
And he was a draft dodger.
Okay.
These are all of these adjectives, especially those last 2, the Muslim and draft dodger, are 2 adjectives that today they are hating people for. Today.
Especially the Muslim.
Especially the Muslim one.
Okay.
So how do you put him on a pedestal one day and the very next day you're talking about build a wall?
Okay, but here's the thing there. Okay, we'll talk about that now. But if that's the case, why didn't they get rid of him back in the day? They got rid of freaking Malcolm. They got rid of freaking Martin Luther King. Hell, they got even rid of JFK. When they don't like something, they erase it. So why didn't they get rid of Muhammad? They couldn't.
Well, we're going into conspiracy theory.
Well, no, not even. Okay, I hate to know what it was, conspiracy theory or not. Those strong-willed black and white figures were erased from existence.
He was silenced.
Silence.
He was silent.
Yes, he was.
What was
silent.
his greatest attribute? His mom.
You're right. But they couldn't really silence him. He still talked.
Yeah, but he wasn't strong. Again, I'm kind of going into it. We're kind of going into conspiracy theory, which I'm a fan of. I'm totally into conspiracy theory. But if we want to say that, he was quote unquote silenced, or the disease silenced him, or whatever.
I think Muhammad Ali was one of those individuals, special individuals that was they loved him but they hated him at the same time.
Most definitely.
So I think when you're like that, it's really hard to get rid of you, because you know he was American the same way and brought a lot of, you know what I mean, light to different things. I don't know. I just think it was a love. It was hard. It's hard to get rid of guys like that.
You know what?
Whereas Malcolm X and these guys,
Straight hate.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Nope.
They went across the line.
You know,
Wouldn't we argue that Martin Luther King was loved and hated at the same time?
remember, he's a black
Martin
man
Luther King.
in a time frame where black people weren't looked right. You know what I'm saying? Rosa Parks, love her. Everybody hated her based on what she did. I can even go into a modern day here. I'm gonna push the envelopes, and we're talking about a love-hate. Allen Iverson was a perfect example of love-hate. The league hated him because he brought a difference to the whole game, but the whole rest of the world loved him because he brought what we loved to the game. You know what I'm saying? The passion, the heat. You know, even his mouth got him in trouble. Like, I'm not saying they're on the same level, but they're in different time frames. They were the same type of person. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think my thing is that Muhammad Ali, in the same description that you're using, he was loved by his own people, but hated by everyone else.
No, his own people even hated him too.
Well,
Because,
some did, of course.
Yeah,
You know, just
yeah.
like some quote
Yeah,
unquote
exactly.
white people.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't
loved
say
him too
just-
as well. But he was entertaining. I think that's what. I think that's what saved him. He was also an entertainer. Whereas Malcolm and Martin and JFK
Pretty
were
much,
just
yeah.
politicians.
He made the country money.
He made people laugh.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
So he had the ability to disarm some of these people who hated him by them liking him because he made them laugh, or by him being great.
Yeah,
Charisma. That's
there
his
you go.
word.
Yeah.
People can
Great in the
capitalize
ring.
on
Yeah.
it.
You can't hate on a man who tells you he's gonna beat a man at a certain time and he does it. You
You're right.
can't hate on Michael Jordan when he hits that last shot every time you give it to him.
You're right.
You can't hate on the greatest of greats, but they found a way to hate on him at the time. And now all of a sudden he's dead. I guess retrospect, hindsight is 2020, so we're looking back on it like, oh, we shouldn't have hated him then. Well, some of them still hate people for the same reasons they hated him then.
Yes.
And now they're celebrating the same things that they
And that's
hated.
where the hypocritical
So
comes in.
that's
Yeah.
the hypocritical.
Yeah.
That's where I'm saying it's
And
hypocritical.
that's the confusing part of the United States, okay?
Right.
Because again, United States is its own entity. They do things the way they want to do things. So if they want to hate you, they will hate you and make it known. But again, the rest of the world will love him to death or love her to death, depending on what they've done. So the U.S. again, they do their own things. I mean, look how their race is going right now with the presidential. I know I'm going off topic, but you have a very pompous Republican shooting for office, and on the other side, you have a woman going for on the Democrats. Both sides are going to have their backlash. You know what I'm saying? You know, no one wants a woman running their country. At the same time, no one wants a somewhat
Don't get them in
racist.
trouble. Man. Don't say no one.
Yeah,
man.
well, again, I say okay. I'm okay. I apologize. I won't say
We'll
no
get
one.
the podcast banned before it starts.
But most people are very afraid putting a woman in power in the U.S. And then on the other side, where you have the antics of Mr. Trump saying about building a wall and blah blah blah, you have that other extreme. What do the Americans do? How do you put the proper person in place? You know what I'm saying? So again, the Americans deal with things differently. Outside the realm, it's almost normal for everybody. Everybody knows how to deal with it outside of the U.S. The U.S. is kind of its own entity. So that's why when it comes to Muhammad Ali, he was a world figure. He wasn't a U.S. figure for me. He was a world figure.
Good point.
They both, at his funeral, they had the American flag. They also had the Olympic flag there hanging because he did so much for them. Just as much as Jordan was to basketball, you know, Jackie Robinson was to baseball and so forth. He did that for boxing, but he went above and beyond. So he gets that status of the elite. The elite. So I do think, again, it may sound hypocritical of what they were doing, but I give him the oblige. I give Ali the oblige based on, or give the American people the oblige because he did so much beforehand. Now, yes,
He's
you know what?
worthy of the mindset change.
It's weird how things kind of go full circle. about what's going on now with all the hate on Muslims and so forth, and all that violence. And again, you can look past that based on when you talk about Ali, based on what he's done, what he's even still doing. Because again, the stuff that people didn't know about. I mean, this is from 30s and 40s. 60s, 70s, and so forth. He's transcended the whole process, the whole topic of hate.
Well, Tony says it's not hypocritical.
Nope.
I still think it is.
No, I don't think it's hypocritical. I don't think it's enough, like he said. Because if you think of it, think of anybody in the world now. See, Michael Jackson's dead. Muhammad Ali was probably the most famous person in the world before he died. So, you know what I mean? For them to be, I don't think they're giving him enough.
Yeah,
praise.
they did not give him enough.
In the whole world, out of people that are still living, even old people, everybody knows Muhammad Ali.
That's true.
Okay, then.
Even if you're not a boxing fan.
Yeah.
Here's the real question now, before we run out of time on this topic. Who is the next person that can fill that shoe that he left?
Oh, it's a different breed.
It's a different breed now, but I'm saying there's got to be celebrities.
No
one can be another Ali.
Not as a celebrity.
We don't see that. If we haven't,
if
that person exists, we haven't seen him.
No, not right now.
Or we haven't seen an example.
I'm trying to think.
So you're saying Barack won't get into that level?
Oh,
No.
Okay, I'm just saying again, because people are going to start saying, you know what, this person should be getting the same honors as this person when he dies, and blah blah. Because I think
other people will get more honors if that's what you're asking. Because the next person in line, as far as most famous person in the world, if you think about it, is Jordan.
Yeah.
So when he goes,
you're right.
Yeah.
The world's gonna stop when he dies. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Not justifiably like
Yeah.
Not like basketball, but
Yeah.
All right. So
that's that one. Wrap that one up.
That's all talked out. Let's move on to the next topic, and the next topic is about marriage. Okay, this is where myself and Slang here have difference of opinions here. So here is the question I put out here for you. Okay,
Definite difference.
Is marriage, would I say worth it? Is marriage worth it?
Or
necessary for you to have a successful relationship? The paper, the whole wedding bells and so forth, all that, pomp and circumstance? Or is it just the perfect situation to have that union in your home and be happy with it? Slang?
No, you're first.
Well, me coming from a very old school background, marriage is a huge thing for me. The whole, just last year, my brother had his wedding. He was the first of our family, of my brothers to get married. It was an amazing event, and you can be proud, be it friends, family, co-workers, of what you saw at that wedding. Okay, they brought in everybody as a celebration, because you're a part of this family and you're a part of this family. These kids, the ring bearers, everybody was a part of that, to celebrate in a union of happiness. And it is, again, under God with these vows are being brought to. So again, if you have that religious background, most definitely marriage is key, because that is a what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like a time. Well, they call it tying the knot, right? So that's the bond. That's the bond.
Yeah.
The union. That's the bond. The words and actions right there show that this is it forever. You and me. Okay. If anything goes wrong, you have to answer the big guy upstairs. All right. That's my take. Again, marriage is a big thing, and I do think it is necessary in relationships to be successful. Okay. That's me.
Is that view come from the connection with God, or is that a human connection that makes it more important?
Back in the day, I'll say it was a connection with God. Nowadays, it's more of a here I am or here we are type of situation. We're going to show off how we do it.
Glad you said that word.
Title?
No, glad you said that.
Most definitely. No, don't hear me out. But
word.
hear me out. It's still necessary. You want to show the world how much you love this person, and vice versa. So you're going to go as elaborate as possible to show this,
Oh, you're using the beautiful words.
right?
I love these words.
And her-
Oh, but I'm
love these words.
but these are truth.
Yeah,
though.
no, it's great.
This is
It's
truth.
perfect. It's
I am an African man,
Yeah.
okay, and Africans do it quite
Very
well
big. Yeah.
and very big.
And very big.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that is probably next to knowing my daughter is born and getting the job I have. That wedding is the most amazing feeling I ever had in my life because it was my family joining with our next family, coming together as one, and everybody, man, woman, child, white, black, and whatever, were having an amazing time. To this day, they still talk about the wedding.
How long has he been married?
He's only been married since September.
Give it a couple more. So, glad
But
you
again,
said that. Yeah,
that's
so-
my take. So I'm throwing it off to the crowd here. Go ahead.
Let me chime in a little bit there. You said two very important words. You said show off and you said elaborate. These are the two things that make me think that marriage just is not necessary. Oh, sorry. Let me be very specific. It's not that I don't believe in marriage, because I believe that marriage happens without church, without ceremony, without people. Marriage happens when two people make a legitimate and solid commitment to each other. You don't need to sign no paper. You don't need to tell the world, quote unquote, because it's not even the world. It's your families and friends, which half of them probably don't even care to be there, and they don't even really like you, and they're coming to get food without a gift, and they don't really support your wedding, but they got invited, so they have to show up, right?
Okay.
Obligated.
Okay.
Obligations. These are not, and that's another great word, because that's what I believe society has taught us. We're obligated to get married, which it's clear that we're not. 50% of people are not staying married, so it's clear we're not obligated. I could go even deeper into the science of the whole thing, where I don't even necessarily believe that we're necessarily supposed to stay with one mate for the rest of our life. But hey,
It's not for
I
everybody.
get it. It's not for
It's not
everybody.
everybody.
That's the key.
It's not
That's
for
exactly what deems it not necessary to be.
Yeah.
Because it's not for everybody is exactly why I deem it not necessary for everybody.
I'm confused at what you're saying because only because when you said society, I'm sorry, society should not make and break your decision of marriage
But
because
it's effective.
but it shouldn't be your
Well,
end
that's
all.
the case.
But I'm saying you're saying that society has now taught us that it doesn't need to be this way.
No, society has taught us that it does.
No, because if that's the case, we wouldn't have weddings of civil unions in City Hall. We wouldn't have, just a common law, union. That's what society is letting us
That's
do.
come, but I believe that's come as a result of the marriage not working. Marriages don't work, quote unquote. Well, I shouldn't say they don't work.
Relationships-
But by and large, they haven't been working. So people have taken alternate routes.
Okay, but based on technicalities, if you're living with someone, be it with child or not, for more than 6 months, you're
than.
now even less than.
It's 3.
Is it 3 months? Because I think the mandatory is 6 months. I'll check that myself again. But 6 months after that, you are legally common law married. Correct? No paperwork needed, no nothing. You're common law.
Right.
So that means you are now as one.
Right.
No paperwork, no wedding, nothing, no elaborate, party. But again, society has deemed you a couple or a married couple. That makes no sense to me at all.
But that's exactly the discrepancy that I was just making. I'm saying that the example you just gave is government literally citing you as a couple. Government cites you as a couple.
Right.
My point is kind of what you're saying.
before
Government should not be the one
It
to
should
tell
start
you.
before that.
It should start between the two people, period. And the two people shouldn't have to go into a church, say vows in front of their family and friends, for their family and friends to know
You
that
said
they're
that's a
in
show
a
off.
committed
That's a show off.
relationship. All it is, bro, it is a Disney fairy tale that these girls have grown up on,
Yeah.
and we have to fulfill it as men, pretty much. I'm not saying that there aren't men that want to get married, because Tunde obviously wants to get
Yeah.
married. And I'm not saying that getting married is a bad thing. What I am saying is that a lot of us are getting married because we think it's
For the
necessary,
wrong reasons.
and it's not necessary.
But when you were taught back in the day, when you're a young youth, you're told, find the girl you want and marry them, blah, blah, blah.
That's the point.
That's
the
exactly
No,
what I'm saying.
here, but again, that's what I've stuck that mentality. It hasn't left me,
Right.
right? So that's why I say that's the norm for me. I don't let outside judgment change it.
But that's a contradiction. What did you just say?
What do you mean?
The outside judgment has formed your opinion.
No. I said I was taught. So as a
Right.
as a parent,
Right.
I'm saying in my house. I'm saying not saying outside sources. I'm saying in a parent. I didn't know anything.
Well, that is an
about
outside
common law.
outside of your own source.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Outside
what
my
I'm
own
saying.
source,
Okay.
of my upbringing,
Your upbringing, yeah.
family, extended family, and so forth.
Yeah.
I was raised that you should find your wife, marry them, and so forth. I didn't let outside sources tell me different. I didn't know anything about common law marriages and civil unions and getting. They had no reason to be in my mindset because I was told, hey,
those weren't even discussed.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that I honestly think that's just cop out for what you really were taught to do because I believe everybody else's parents were married. They went to the church. They got everything done. Why change?
What happens to that guy that did that and it didn't work?
What's that?
Is he abnormal?
No, I'm not saying. We're not saying the marriage is going to be forever because you go to the church.
But that's probably my point.
No, but what I'm saying is, I'm saying the marriage. Okay,
Till death do us part.
If that's
Most-
what you're
most
saying,
definitely, most
and
definitely.
you're not doing it, then why did you do it in the first place?
again, just like saying, hey, you have this job, you're going to keep this job forever because you gave up everything. No, things
No,
change.
because you don't go into that job telling the job, I'm gonna be here forever.
Hey.
You guys, I don't care what you guys do to me, I'm here.
Hey,
you don't,
certain people. No,
go
listen.
into that church and they say those vows, but they don't mean it. And because I guarantee you, as soon as you say that vow, if you turned around and found out the bride slept with the best man, you're divorcing tomorrow. So it can't be till death do us part. And why are we saying these things? Against our human nature. That's just what I'm saying. I'm saying one day some guy came up with these vows, came up with this whole ceremony to make money, and it's still working.
But who's it making money for?
That church, that wedding organizer, that banquet
pay for
hall.
the- you gotta pay for the license, don't you?
Yep, the Tuxedo Junction, if that's the one.
Shit.
Tuxedo Royal, the priest,
all of
the
that, all of
pastor,
that.
whatever. There's so.
dress
Listen, man,
makers.
that's got to be $1 billion. It
is $1 billion.
It's got to be easily. The DJ, the caterer.
Shout out to the DJs.
Shout out to
Make a grip at weddings.
So you're saying if I'm getting married, you want me to call you up and get the
call
little
me.
that coin?
Yeah, call me.
Oh, see?
Call me for your second wedding too.
It's a work thing.
I'll give you a little piece of the pie. You say you don't want it. You say you want it.
No, I definitely want it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I have a boy, a brethren. I went to his wedding, best wedding I ever been to, and the man got married at City Hall and had his reception in a restaurant. And ever since that day, I was like, if I ever get married,
That's how you do it.
that's what I'm doing.
So you're saying,
you're not getting that 600 people at my wedding.
So you say you want to go downtown, go to City Hall,
You're
have
damn right.
about 50 people there.
50. That's a lot.
Or whatever.
If it's up
Say
to
20.
me.
Say 10 people. I'll say, hey guys, we're going to Mandarin for the reception. Meet me there.
We
Boom.
won't be going to Mandarin, but yeah, we might go to Jamaica House.
Okay. All right, that's not for this topic. That's the end of that one. Slang, bring in the next one because I think this one ties into what we were just talking about.
All right, the next one is it ties in definitely into the whole marriage topic. And since there's only men in the room, we're only gonna get one side of this. I really wish we had a woman in here, but anyway.
Hey, the women can chime in on topics
Yep.
anytime they want.
Definitely
on
comment.
Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, anywhere you find us. Give us a top. Even if you don't know the actual fan page, you know somebody who's part of the show. Send them a comment and tag. The hashtag Slang and Tokes, and we'll find it. And we'll definitely rebuttal and whatever we want with it, and even maybe even introduce you on a show one time. You never know.
You might get a guest spot.
Yeah.
Now, this topic in relation to the marriage topic, right into it, is would you would you date a person that cheated or is cheating on their spouse? Would you date a person who has cheated or is cheating on their spouse? That's a rough one. Somebody get rid of secrets right now.
Dating women.
You know what? I'm not even gonna start.
No,
Slide. I'm not gonna start. You're not gonna start. Let the guests.
Dating.
You know what?
Dating.
Yeah,
Dating.
actually, you're right.
Let them start.
What do you consider? What do you consider dating? Like we mean like take out? Are we sleeping together?
Basically,
Whatever.
the woman,
Yeah.
the woman admits
Whatever
this
you
to
do
you.
in your normal dating.
The woman admits to you
Yeah.
that she has cheated on her husband,
On her husband,
right? And she is now either A, still with him,
Yeah.
or even in the process of leaving him, and she wants to deal with you.
Or
No.
the other scenario is that you could be the person that she's cheating on her husband with.
Right.
No.
Not doing it.
No.
So you're not doing it.
Can't trust her.
Can't
Sorry.
trust.
No, can't trust her. And then I believe in karma.
Of course.
I don't want none of her badness upon me still. And then, so you got to think too.
No crosses.
Certain men just think of the pleasures of at the time. You just want, But sometimes you got to think bigger. Like, what if the husband is a madman or he wants to come after you? You also always got to think about the you know what I mean?
Even honestly, I don't mean to stop you, but even on the flip side, not even if he's a madman, say if he's a good man, and he's taking care of his kids, doing his job, and all of a sudden his girl is gallivanting with someone else. Yes, gallivant. That's the word I've been using a while now. Gallivant is the word right now. Because I do not want to disrespect a union, whether it be a good one or a bad one, whatever. I don't want to break it. Just karma is the key word right there. Karma is the key word.
It is.
Now here's the question though.
Hold on. You're not running for this.
Throw this one in there.
Okay, it depends. Personally, if they're just like, if she has a man, it's a different thing than if she's married.
Definitely.
So if she's married, then no way.
Okay.
So okay, because relating to the last topic, do you mean married as in church and paper, or you mean
And
married?
it's not even necessarily because it means that much to me. It's just that if she went through all that trouble to go get married, then obviously what they have is serious, and I don't want to be the one to be the reason why
It's ended.
it's ended.
Okay.
But if it's just dating and if she's she has a man that she dates or whatever, and it's not working out, and she just didn't have the courage to break it off, then
Different story.
Okay, let me stop
But
right there.
I would still not necessarily trust her right away.
Okay, but now let me stop you there. If the case may be, and she's not happy in that union, wouldn't be the proper thing to say to that person, break your union first before you come deal with me?
For sure.
Or would you just say, you know what, just write it off altogether? What are you saying about that?
As far as marriage,
Yeah, and you're saying that, whether it's a good situation or not, you're saying that you wouldn't because of the union.
no, it's not the union. It's just that it just shows how trustworthy she is.
Yeah, I know those guys.
No,
Because what makes, obviously, if you went through all of that, he must have meant something to you at some point. So
She'll do it to you.
She'll do it to
She'll
me.
do it to you.
Or
She'll do it
she has
to
the
you.
potential to.
Oh,
She has
yeah.
the potential to do it to me. Because
Most
nobody
definitely.
is.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? Nobody's supposed to be more important than her spouse unless she has kids. So I'm not either of those. So if she's willing to sacrifice that for me, then her morals are
Credibility is questionable.
credibility is questionable for real.
All right, Slang. Finish it
Oh
off
yeah,
right
so I agree with everything the man was saying. I'm just gonna pull on the semantic of the question. And the semantic of the question is, would I date a woman like that? Hell yes.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. My motto is I don't have a responsibility unless you're my brethren or my family member, like somebody who's close to me.
Yeah, well,
I have
no ties.
no responsibility in your, and I emphasize your relationship.
Yeah.
That's on you and her, between you and her. Having said that, you can't walk into situations and, like Sip said, you don't know, you're not thinking about the end game.
Yeah.
I always think about the
Yeah.
end game.
Right.
Got it.
I will
Right.
always,
Yeah.
I will always ask certain questions. I will always
Sure.
walk cautiously. I'm not gonna, what's the word I'm looking for?
Walk
Some man are
blind.
just diving in
Yeah.
and they know nothing
You
about
gotta analyze the whole
dude, they know
situation.
nothing about,
Right.
and I'm not saying I'm actively going to seek such a relationship.
Right.
I'm not doing that either. It's not a vindictive thing where I'm
Right.
looking, oh, she's married? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
No, it's not like,
Right.
in fact, I would try to avoid it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I would date
Yes.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where the difference, or where the piece that I would change on that is that I'm not gonna get serious.
Right.
I would date her, but I'm not getting serious.
Right.
Again, I don't trust her. I couldn't trust her to that degree to not do the same to me. So therefore, yeah, I'd date her, and 1, 2, Jokey jam.
Yeah, man. No, I Jokey Jam once said Jokey. And you know what? Millions of men will agree with you, because you know, as we sit here and I say no, sometimes stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say I agree with the thing, but sometimes situations happen. You know what I mean? You know, you don't plan these things.
Just say it just falls into your lap.
Sometimes it does, and then you, even though you're a person that would say you would never do it, when you find yourself in that situation.
I just had to clear my throat real quick. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, I speak up about
We've all been in that.
But you know what I'm saying? It'll kill you.
We have a couple other special guests.
Yes,
We have some-
yes,
yeah.
it's tea time. It's tea time here.
Take time.
But I hear what you're
You
saying.
know
If
what I
it
mean?
falls in your
Just-
lap,
Yeah, just talk on the other side of the fence. You know,
Because I'm a man. I always say, people say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna."
Man
No,
is man.
if a man comes in my face with a gun, I'm gonna box him. Yeah, wait till it happens.
If it
bro.
happens, it's a different situation.
When that's in your face and you start bawling,
I can say what they want. You know.
yeah, exactly.
okay. So basically, you're taking it as face value at that time.
Face value,
Yo,
face value.
whatever happens at that time.
Yeah.
So if the opportunity is put at your footsteps, it's a game time decision right there.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Again, unless you are a friend or family member, and you, as a family member and friend, you still have to be close. It's not no.
Yeah.
It's, So man, them just
Yeah.
I'm putting you on warning.
Just
Because you know doesn't mean off limits.
No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like.
But there's always that code, you know, man code, bro code, women code.
The reason
why-
that I'm friends with.
The reason why I took that stance the way I took it is because sometimes some men just don't they just don't know what they're doing. And if they're married, it's not my place to stop them from doing what they're doing. But if it's just a girl that is dating somebody else, because when you say quote unquote dating, there's no real obligation, right? Until the point where you say, okay, this is exclusive, or you know what I mean. But if they're just dating, and you know what I mean, the man is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, and I just happen to be doing, I'm not gonna go out of my way to outdo him, and I'm not gonna badmouth him.
Right.
But if she happens to choose over here, then what am I gonna do?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
There are
Accept
Joe
it, you're gonna-
Grind rules, by the way.
Joe Grind.
Joe Grind rules.
I haven't heard that from years.
That's one of the Joe Grind
Joe
rules. that
Grind.
you just said you don't talk about the next man.
No,
you
those
don't,
are true.
you don't sit down and talk
bad
with her
mouthing.
and bad mouthing.
You don't Drake him.
You don't drink it. You don't drink the thing. Leave that for the music.
You don't drink him. Okay. Well, all right, and that's it for the very first official podcast, the Slang and Tokes, the Man Dem podcast.
It's in the vault.
Now, for those of you who are interested of this lovely show and want to know where to find it on a regular basis, you can hit us up on YouTube. We're there at the Man Dem. We got a Facebook fan page, also the Man Dem. We've got a Twitter account, Slang and Tokes Show. You can email us the same way, the theslangntoksshow at gmail.com. I'd like to thank the guests. Finn, thank you again. My new friend right here. I flew, again, remember guys, I flew 2.5 hours to come do this, and I appreciate the time you guys put out for this. Slang, it's been a pleasure. We're going to do it again,
Yes, sir.
and we out.
Peace.
One.
World famous, yes. World famous, yes.
Sir Tokes is in the building.
It's yours truly, Slang Q.
World famous, yes. World famous, yes.
I agree with everything the man was saying.
Nonsense.
Skin Guana.